Hey guys, what is going on? This is Kartik from YFG and welcome to Fortnite in this first part of two-part series of Newbro's Guide to Fortnite. And if you are already playing Fortnite, you might not need this, but if you are really new to Fortnite, like if you are just starting out or want to start out and looking for some settings or tweaks guide or something, this is the guide for you. I'm going to talk about all the settings and what all settings you should change, what all settings in my opinion are good for you to have like a smooth beginning. And you have to keep in mind this is not for like winning every game or like some secrets that will make you win every game or something. I don't think they work, and honestly, for somebody who's just starting out, should not worry about winning rather than playing the game properly. And I myself am not a good like a pro player or something. I'm just new myself, but I've been searching around YouTube for like so long for videos like settings guides and gameplay guides and so on. So I've decided to make one myself because I have like collected all the important stuff, and now I think I should just share it. I don't know if many people will be watching it, but I hope the people who do are like I can help them. So first things first, whenever you start a game, any game, you should start with settings. So in this, you're going to go ahead and see video settings. All these are self-explanatory. I have my frame rate set to 120 because I have a 120 Hz monitor, and 1920 in 1080 is my resolution of the native resolution. So set this to your native resolution. 3D resolution is the resolution inside the game. So if you change this, it will render the game at a different resolution. I recommend you to keep this at 100 and change the display resolution if you want to change, because this makes things very pixelated and it's harder to spot enemies or enjoy the game, in my opinion. So the view distance is the rendering distance, and just don't keep it at near. If your PC is able to handle it, keep it at epic or far, or keep it at medium for lower end PCs. Okay, don't keep it at near because near you will be missing out on a lot of stuff. Shadows, I keep it at off because I don't like the distraction, and it gives a lot of FPS boost as well. So you don't need shadows in this game. It's more important for games like Counter-Strike or something, not that important in Fortnite. Anti-aliasing, as this game uses temporal AA, which is like reasonable cost as it says over there. And yeah, like you can keep it at high. Most PCs can handle it. If you're not able to handle it, you can keep it at medium or even off. Like most people run it at off to just leech out all the FPS in the world. Textures depends upon your VRAM. If you have 4 GB or higher, go for epic or high. If you're lower than that, just go on medium, and for like 1 GB or 2 GB, just keep on low. Effects and post-processing, just turn off lens flares, motion blurs, SSAO and stuff like that, which are not necessary if you're trying to play the game seriously. You don't need the game to be looking pretty. I mean, the game looks beautiful, by the way, if you're wondering about it, because I mean, I'll just get into the next part. In the part 2, you'll see the gameplay section of this guide, and you'll see the game looks amazing. Alright, you don't need to worry about the game looking bad or anything. Just don't have this at epic. Just if you want a little bit out of it, go on medium, but I'll just honestly just keep it on low. Okay, VSync, you don't want it. It causes input lag, which you don't want. Okay, motion blur, I don't like it personally. And just a tip here, because you'll be moving a lot in this game and you'll be rotating your mouse a lot, and motion blur makes it so that it makes it harder for you to spot enemies. So I'd rather have it at off. Show FPS just shows you the FPS. As you can see over here, I have my capped at 120, and yeah, it never goes below, dips below 120. It rarely happens. It usually only happens in the beginning. Okay, so the next thing is your game settings. Language of your choice, of course. Matchmaking region, I keep it on auto. It's very high right now, but I'm in India and we don't have a C server, so it's going to be high. Mouse sensitivity X and Y, I recommend it that you keep the same in both of these. Okay, and it's very low for me right now, and because I'm using a gaming mouse, and I have changed the settings in the software itself. So you can keep it at higher, but I recommend keeping both at the same ratio number. and keep it on the lower side, because in this game you will be having a lot of close quarter fighting. Okay, so if somebody is pushing you and you are very like almost face to face, you don't want to have that higher sensitivity and just moving around your mouse like a crazy person, which is not enjoyable, and you will rage quit. Okay, so mouse ADS is your aim down sight sensitivity, and mouse scope is of course your scope sensitivity of sniper rifles. I have both set the same amount, which is not ideal, but it was defaulted at this and I just got used to it. You should change it if you're new. You'll get used to it very quickly when you're playing, because you'll be playing so many games and you'll just get used to it quickly. Okay, streamer mode is not important if you're not a streamer. If you turn this on, all the player names will be changed to different random names, so that people aren't able to stream snipe you that easily. Okay, the main things you should be changing here is toggle sprint. If this is on, just turn it off. I don't use sprint, like toggle to sprint, because I'd rather have my shift key pushed rather than turning it on. Sprint cancels reloading should be off, because in the heat of the moment, if you press shift, you'll stop reloading your weapon, and I don't think you want to do that. Okay, tap to search is good, because then you can just click on your mouse and then you'll do your heal. You don't need to hold your mouse, or you don't need to hold your search key to search crates or something, which is always good. Toggle targeting depends upon you. I don't like it. I usually just want to press my right click, and when I leave it, it just goes off. It's good for me. Aim assist is only for controllers. Okay, edit mode aim assist is also for controllers. Reset building choice, whenever you switch, you have a switch button for your quick building and your weapons, and if you click it, it will remember the last chosen building, but I don't use that button, so it's off for me. It can be on for you. Turbo building should be on, so when you have your button pressed, it will place the next piece, like the same piece another time if you have that button pressed. Okay, so that's good, and you should use it to your advantage. Okay, auto material change is good in clutch situations when you are like low on materials and you're building with wood, but your wood is coming to an end and you don't want to switch your materials on the fly. You can do it though with right click, but rather than doing that, it will automatically switch to bricks or metal. Okay, controller auto run is not needed if you're not using a controller. Auto open doors can be turned on, but I rather have it at off. What happens is, like, if you edit out a door and it just opens out by itself, and you don't want to do that if you are like, if there's an enemy right next to you or you're having a build fight. Okay, it's not like the amount of advantage, the amount of disadvantage is too much to have this on. Auto pickup weapons can be on if you want, but I rather have it at off, because I don't want to usually pick up gray weapons or multiple of the same weapons most of the times. Okay, so vibration is for controllers, of course. Now replay recording, it's up to you. I rather have my replays recorded by myself. Turning this on is not an issue, but it actually takes space in your C drive, so if you want to conserve space, you can turn it off, or if you want to do it manually, you can do it. You can have it off. I have it off, so yeah. So now the brightness calibration, I have it at default value, which is 0.5. It's totally fine for me. Now audio depends upon you. I usually don't have music on in most of the games, multiplayer games, because you play them so much that you don't want to be hearing music, then you don't want to be talking to your friends, and it's just a hindrance. If you're playing alone, I don't think it matters that much, and the rest of the things are like your personal choice. Okay, subtitles, these don't make that much of a difference, so I'm just going to move ahead. You have colorblind mode in this game, which is good, and it's showing you the rarity, the gray, green, blue, purple, and then gold or legendary, whatever you want to call it, orange maybe, whatever. Ignore gamepad input. If you have a gamepad attached but you want to play with the keyboard and mouse, you can do this, which I have it on because I have a wireless gamepad attached. Now this is the important one. Okay, so all the beginning ones are probably the same as other FPS games. The main things you want to change here is your building the building pieces. So I'd recommend keeping wall, floor and stairs, mainly these three two keys which you are in the habit of like using when playing FPS games. The reason is, in this game when you get shot, your first reaction is to build, because that's the advantage. The people who don't build die. And I'm honest, if you're in a building fight and you don't build and your first reaction is to shoot the guy, and the guy who is shooting at you is constantly building and going above you, now he has the high ground and you are in a very very bad situation now. So building in this game, if you like it or not, it's important. So have these three which you are going to use the lot, especially wall and stairs. You're going to use them all the time. So have these three changed. It is in the beginning it's like F1 F2 or something. It's very very bad. You should keep it at, like I have it at Q, C and F, which are very close to my WASD keys. So that's very important. Rest of the stuff we are going to talk about, you are going to elaborate this in like the part 2. This is just a settings guide, so I'm going to tell you to change this, and I'm also going to tell you to change building edit. I think it's at G, which is not that bad of a key, but I'd rather have it at tab, which is very very close, and I'm in a huge habit of like using it. You're going to edit quite a lot. I mean, not that often. You'll not be editing almost all the time, but you'll be editing and you'd want to edit very fast. You not want to stand around and just click on stuff and then click on the button and do that. You want to do it really really fast, and I'd rather have it on my mouse buttons or I'd have it on tab, okay? And the rest of the things you can just keep it at what it is, okay? Still things doesn't matter that much. I have my harvesting tool and my thumb button at thumb mouse buttons. The reason being, I have the weapon slots that are 5 weapon slots. Okay, I have the same weapons in the same slot all the matches. Okay, so the 1 is going to be my assault rifle, the 2 is going to be my shotgun, the 3rd is going to be my sniper rifle, the 4th is going to be my heal or my grenade or a specialist weapon like a rocket launcher or a grenade launcher, and the 5th is going to be my heals. Okay, so that's all every game, and I keep on changing it around. I'm going to talk about this in the next video, by the way, so don't worry about it. I'm just telling you to change these. Okay, wall, floor, stairs, roof and trap also you can change, but if you don't want to, you can just have it as it is. Okay, controller settings, I don't know, I don't play with the controller, I have no idea. If some of you know a good settings guide for controller, please link it below so people can see it. Okay, and I will put it in the description if I find one. So, and the next one is account settings. This is your Epic account ID. Okay, and this is your unintentional purchases tab, in which you can submit a request for something that you've bought by mistake. Okay, so what happens is, if you buy something from your item shop over here, not the battle pass, okay, any consumable items you can't refund, but anything other than that, like the daily items or the feature items, you can buy from V-Bucks, which is like the in-game currency, which you actually buy and actually get from battle pass rewards, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. You can refund 3 times if you have bought something by mistake. Okay, so yeah, that is something you can do. Also, I'm going to talk about the battle pass. Now, good thing about Fortnite is it gives you challenges, daily challenges to do, and this is my challenges like eliminate opponents, assault rifle kills, and it's going to give me season, EXP and battle stars. And what do you do with battle stars is you upgrade your battle pass. Now I have already bought the battle pass, which costs like 950 V-Bucks, but the good thing about the battle pass is, if you're playing a lot, okay, you get V-Bucks. for playing and upgrading. And if you upgrade all the way to level 98, which you can by playing and grinding it out and doing all the missions, which are not crazy, like some are hard but that not that hard. I'm going to show you what all challenges are there. You will actually get 1500 V-Bucks. 1500. I did the maths and it is 1500. So for spending $10, I think it is, for the 1000 V-Bucks, I'm going to check it out. Yeah, $10 for 1000 V-Bucks. The battle pass, the level 1 battle pass is for 950. So you're left with 1550 V-Bucks if you don't buy anything. That means when you buy the next battle pass, you'll have 600 V-Bucks left. So the next time you'll earn even more V-Bucks. If it's 1500, the next time you'll have like 2100 V-Bucks after like season 3 or something, like the next season, like season 6. That is crazy, man. That is crazy. That is like so good. And you don't need to buy a battle pass, but I'm saying if you are enjoying the game, you can just buy it. It gives you a lot of outfits, skins, and even the top battle pass, which is the battle pass which comes free, also gives you a lot of items, which is good. I like that. The only thing is the battle pass, the one you bought will give you items on every level, and it's actually higher tier items. But even the free the tier battle pass actually gives you V-Bucks. That's so good, and that is really awesome. Talking about the challenges, so the kind of challenges you'll be facing is, like in this challenge there's a guy called Drift, and you can unlock items for him by gaining EXP, which you do just by playing the game, which is like very easy to do. Okay, and then the road trip challenge is completing challenges from every week. So this week, the first week challenges, which I actually bought the battle pass a little bit late. So the first week challenges were deal damage with SMG to opponents and search chests in snobby shores, which is very easy, and you only need to do the easy missions. Like after the 4 missions, the thing will unlock. That means the 5k will unlock, but you need to do the hard missions for the road trip challenge to complete. Like you need to complete all the challenges from any week to like open this up. Okay, so yeah, that's there. But you can open the 5k EXP if you just complete the 4 challenges and get this locked. The week 2 challenges are deal damage with assault rifle to opponents. Like you need to do 1000 damage to your opponents, search 7 ammo boxes in a single match, score a basket on different hoops, search chest in loot lake. So, and the hard ones are literally a lot harder, but not that hard. If you see that, eliminate opponents in Paradise Palms, which is not that hard if you land in Paradise Palms. And if you are doing this challenge and other people are also doing this challenge, because week 2 just started, so there'll be a lot of people in Paradise Palms, and if you get lucky, you'll just kill 3 people in just one game. So it's very easy to level this up, and once you level this up, you get your V-Bucks back, and you don't need to spend a single dime the next season to buy the battle pass. So I think if you are enjoying the game, it's worth to buy a single season, and then you can save your V-Bucks. And if you're not buying any skins from the item shop, then you can easily buy the next battle pass, the next season, which comes in like 3 months or something, which is really good, right? So that was all for our first part. In the next part, we're going to go into the game, and I'm going to show you the main mechanics and some tips to make you survive and get the first kills and a little bit of building advice. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys liked it. Stay tuned for the next episode, the next part. Okay, have fun guys, and keep playing.